Hello everybody, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Abhishek Singh, and today in this very important series of the most famous female saints of India, I am here with the tale of a lady, a devotee who herself became a goddess just because of her devotion to Lord Krishna. The very beloved of Lord Krishna and the princess among all the devotees, right, Mirabai. So today we will be talking about Mirabai, who was the beloved of the abode of the love and devotion, right, the beloved of Lord Krishna himself. All right, so let us get started with her story today. But prior to that, welcome everybody, those who have joined the session and those who will be watching it later on, even welcome to them as well. If you happen to like this session, guys, do not forget to share this with all of your friends and among your community, right, wherever the students are preparing for this examination. At the end of the topic, we would also try and solve one question that might be a probable question in the examination, and let us understand that what is the story of Mirabai. So good morning. Yes, very good morning, Chandra. Now, so talking about the story of Mirabai, as you can see, that this is a picture depicting that Mirabai is, offering a garland to Lord Krishna. In fact, there is a story that goes like that when Mirabai was like 4 years, old, just 4 years old, and there was probably a marriage ceremony or a marriage function in her family. So when she looked at the bride and the groom, both were looking very pretty, very beautiful. So she asked out her mother that who would be my groom in future. So her mother actually indicated towards the idol of Lord Krishna and said that he would be your groom, right? He would be your groom. So that was the moment, that was the instance since when Mirabai got attracted towards Lord Krishna, right? She started enduring them, she started, considering him as the lover of him, like lover of her. So that is the story, but let us understand that who was actually, right, Mirabai, and where was she born. So guys, Mira is basically regarded as an incarnation of Radha. We do not have any historical claim of facts to claim that. However, this is this is as per the legendary tales, this is as per the folk tales. Now, she was born in Vikram Samvat 1557, or in the year 1499 AD, right, in the year 1499 AD, and in the village called as Kurki, that was near Merta, small state in Marwar in Rajasthan. That means she was born as a Rajput princess, right, in the state of Marwar. Got it? The Rathores of Marwar, they were a true devotee of Lord Vishnu, right? In fact, Lord Krishna to be exact. And due to that, the influence of bhakti of Lord Krishna, that was destined to take over the Mirabai's future. So what happened that Mira was actually the daughter of Ratan Singh Rathore and the granddaughter of Dudaji of Merta. So when she became a little bit grown up, like she was a Rajput princess as we all know, and the only child, so her education, etc., like every Rajput girl, her education also included music, then religion, dance, etc., and also the instructions in the politics, okay, government, warfare. She knew these things as well, but she chose the path of devotion, right? So as we have already discussed that when she got an image of Lord Krishna at a very young age of just 4 years, afterwards she started considering Lord Krishna as her husband or as her lover. If we talk about the miracles, or if we talk about the instances, so guys, you can see this picture, right? This picture that indicates Mirabai, right? Mirabai as sitting and having a sitar with her, and this picture is installed at right, installed at Mirta in Rajasthan, right, in Rajasthan. All right. Now talking about further stories. So what is her story in further? So when she got married in 1516 to Bhojaraj, the crown prince of Mewar. So from Marwad, she came to Mewar. And Mewar, the rulers of Mewar, they used to worship the Eklingji, right? They used to worship Eklingji, right? Eklingji, and also they used to worship goddess Durga. And guys, what does this information tell you? This information tells you that despite being from the similar social community, that is of Rajputs, the Rajput communities, they inherently carried the distinctive cultural features among the different clans of the Rajput. Now this could be a very useful information for your examination. Okay, got it everyone? So there could be a question that the community of Rajputs, they had distinctive cultural features, and you have to choose that statement as a correct one. All right, because we just saw that one community that is worshipping a different god, the other community that is worshipping a different god. Okay, so that is the feature. Now when her husband died in the year 1521 itself, right, just after 5 years, so her miseries started from that point. Okay, her miseries started from that point. What happened that, when she was left alone as a widow, she became the victim of persecution, victim of atrocities on her by her in-laws. Okay, and that was the moment when she saw the refuge of Lord Krishna. Refuge means the shelter of Lord Krishna, and started devoting more and more of her time, right, to Lord Krishna only. Got it? So it was the successor to the throne, Vikram Singh, right, who was creating much trouble for her. Not just that, she was a little rebellious as well, because her religious pursuits, they did not fit the established pattern of the Rajput princess and widow. What does this statement mean? This is not just a simple statement. This is an indication that even in the royal society also, the condition of the widows in that era of the medieval culture, it was not up to the mark, right? The widows of Rajputs, they had no choice either to live as a secluded, as an isolated person, right, separated from the entire political and social decorum, or just to burn herself down on the pyre of the deceased husband. Got it? So Mirabai did not choose any of these two. Rather, she chose a different path that was of bhakti, and this is what defines her greatness. Because in any time period, even today, if you are not following the predetermined social customs and norms and making your own path, you will be called as a rebellion person, right? However, it will be the history, it will be the upcoming time when it will evaluate the history, it will determine your place in the history, right? So Mirabai, due to her rebellious path, due to her choosing a different social customs, different social norms, she got a very high rank, very high place in historical and inspections. Got it? Now, so when she was inflicted upon the most vicious atrocities, she started spending most of her time in the temple of Lord Krishna, which she had for herself. Actually, her husband, he used to consider the devotion of Mirabai not as evil, as bad as the other members of her family, right? Right now, so she started even composing songs of devotion as well, and we will see that which type of songs that she had composed. But you can see this was the temple, right? This was the temple of Lord Krishna where she used to worship. It was not in that shape, obviously. It has been made a little bit later on, but obviously it might be a little bit smaller temple that she used to worship in. Now, talking about her legends, that what are the associated legends? Every historical personality, right? Every saint, specifically the female saints, they have the legends associated with their stories. So what is the legend here? Actually, the stories goes like somewhat similar to what you might have heard for Prahlad. How many of you are aware about Prahlad? He is considered as one of the greatest devotees of Lord Vishnu. He was inflicted innumerable tortures, innumerable sufferings from his own father, right? Similarly, Mirabai was also inflicted upon numerous atrocities, including the 2 attempts made on her life as well, right? Just because the people, they could not consider this as a acceptable thing, that a widow in the Rajput family is still alive, and not just alive, but alive and kicking. That means what? Alive and devoting herself completely to Lord Krishna, singing the praises of Lord Krishna, considering Lord Krishna as her husband, as her beloved. That was unacceptable in that time, right? Now, so what happened, that once a poisonous snake was sent to her in a basket of flowers, and it was told to her that it contains a garland, it contains beautiful garland to be worn by her. But when she opened that basket, she actually got a garland and a beautiful image of Lord Krishna as well. Okay, not just that, and there was another occasion when she was given a cup of poison, right? But she drank it without any harm. And how do we know these stories? Like, have these stories been built upon her personality over a period of time, or are these stories recorded in the books of history? The answer is no. In fact, none of these. Neither these are recorded in the facts of history, nor these are just the legendary folk tales. But the thing is that Mirabai herself has composed in her verses that these things used to happen with her. Okay, and that is how we come to know about it. So there was another instance, the third instance, when she was forced to sunk herself down in the river, right, in the river. So when this instance actually took place, it is said that Mirabai herself have written that Lord Krishna held her hand, right, held her hands and asked her to move out of this relation, move out of this materialistic connections with the family and all, and she decided to leave everything apart, leave everything away. And after that, what happened? She left this family, she left this place, and then she started her journey as a true devotee, saint and true devotee of Lord Krishna. So she decided to return to her hometown Mirta, but even there also the families were not ready to accept her as a normal person because of her practices of ascetic bhakti. So that is when she decided to set upon for the Vrindavan, right, for Vrindavan. It is said that she reached to Vrindavan. It is said that she depended upon the alms, set begging from home to home and singing the praises of Lord Krishna, right? Not just that, even when she was in Mewar, there was a communication between Mirabai and Tulsidas. There was a communication between Mirabai and Tulsidas, right? And it might be, right, it might be a communication which was determined, it was basically the brainchild of the later literature and experts, scholars, or it might be a realistic communication as well, because the historians are not very much sure about this fact as well. However, the communication goes like that: she asks that what should she do, that her family is not allowing her to pursue the bhakti of Lord Krishna further. So the Tulsidas, at that time, he had replied to her that even in the era of Ram and Sita, whosoever did not worship them, what happened? Everyone who was stopped from his family or her family from worshipping Lord Ram and Sita, they deserted, they left their family alone. Be it Vibhishan, right? Be it Vibhishan, be it Prahlad, or be it anybody. So Mirabai also followed the same path. This is actually another angle of the story which is present in our historical books, in our context. Got it? So it is said that, it is not confirmed, it is said that Mirabai took her last breath in Dwarka, or some historians are also not very certain, not very sure about it, that she actually disappeared from the public eyes, from the public places, because she might be missing somewhere, or she might be still singing the hymns. There are a lot of legends still going on. Got it, everyone? So talking about the contributions, right? As we all know that when in 1546, right, Uday Singh, the successor of Vikram Singh, he sent a delegation of the Brahmanas to bring her back from Vrindavan to Mewar. All right, everyone. So that was the time when Mewar ruler Uday Singh realized his mistake, and decided to bring Mirabai back to Mewar. However, she denied this time. She denied it. All right. In fact, she asked permissions to spend the night at the temple of Ranchhod Das ji, that is Krishna ji, and the next morning she was disappeared from that place. Okay. So it is always believed, in fact, the people believe that she merged with this image of Ranchhod ji, right? Or she might be gone somewhere. That is what I was telling to you, that her end of the life is not very much certain, is not very much factual in nature. It is all dependent, all based upon the folk legends. All right. Now talking about this scene, you can see this picture from the Rajputana School of Art. Basically, this is from the Mewar School of Art. Okay, that she is represented as sitting amongst the company of the seers, and this is the representation of the king of Mewar, Uday Singh, at that point when he was insisting, along with the group of the Brahmins, right, he was insisting Mirabai to return back to Mewar. Okay, so this shows this picture shows the influence of Mughals, right, influence of the Persian and Rajputana style, right? So combined influence of the Persian and Rajputana style. You can see similar representation of the face you might find even in the pictures of Akbar, right? Even in the pictures of Jahangir as well, right? Side profile is visible, right? You can see that each and every face is either 50% in the side profile, or the face is, right, max to max, this face appears in the 3/4 profile, right? Otherwise, maximum, right, most of the number of faces, they are in the side profile, okay, side profile, again, side profile. So this was a speciality in that, in the paintings of that era, especially the Mewar school. Mewar school was having influence from the Mughals. Okay, in fact, among the Rajputana style of paintings, Rajputana schools of painting, except for Marwar, if we see the Bikaner, right, if we see Mewar, even if we see Jaipur, right, all these schools of Rajputana paintings, they had quite good impact, quite good effect rather of the Mughal school of painting. Okay, or that is basically the influence from the Indo-Islamic or Indo-Persian, right? So that is also clearly depicted in this picture as well. You can see a broad outline, you can see a border margin, double margin is there, black and yellow margin, and you can see in the background the natural scene. However, there is a merger of the horizon, right? There is a merger of the horizon shown with the distinct colors. Okay, so these things are essential for an aspirant to understand that along with the inherent meaning of the picture, we must be aware about the features of the painting as well. Now, moving and let us understand this contribution of Mirabai in the field of literature. So she belonged to a strong devotion, right? Strong devotional trait. Basically, she was one of the most iconic bhakti saints in the entire medieval history. Not just that, if we talk about that, what was her way of loving, or her way of getting devoted to Lord Krishna. Again, I just have told you that there is a way of bhakti, there are different ways of bhakti called as madhurya, right? Called as madhurya, called as sakha. Okay, so she had madhurya bhav, okay, she had a sakha bhav, then she had das bhav. Okay, that means she considered herself as a friend of Lord Krishna, or Lord Krishna as her friend. She considered Lord Krishna as her beloved, her husband. She considered herself as Lord Krishna's lover. Not just that, she also considered herself as the slave of Lord Krishna, as a servant to Lord Krishna, and considered Lord Krishna as her master. Okay, so there were different types of the devotional trends in the medieval period. Like if we compare the bhakti and the traditions of bhakti, like Tulsidas, he considered himself completely surrendered in front of Lord Ram, right? Similarly, if we talk about Rasakhan, he only considered himself to be completely mesmerized, completely surrendered in front of the child Lord Krishna, the child attire of Lord Krishna. So different type of the devotional aspects dominated the bhakti movement, and Mirabai had multiple aspects, including that of a lover, including that of a friend, or that of a slave to the authority of Lord Krishna. Got it? And that's why she is regarded one of the greatest devotees of Lord Krishna in the entire history. Got it? What were the compositions that she created? So Rag Govind is the one, Govind Tika, Rag Sarota, right? Rag Sorata, ya Soratha, then Meera ki Malhar, Meera Padavali, and Narsi ji ka Mayara, right? Narsi ji ka Mayara. So these are the creations that she actually composed during her journey as a saint. All right, everyone. Now coming to the question. So question is basically, this is the practice question, that consider the following statements about Mirabai. Right? Consider the following statements about Mirabai. She was a Nirgun saint who worshipped Krishna as a supreme deity. Second statement, she was a contemporary of Guru Nanak. All right. Then she regarded as one of the 16 reverend saints in Sikhism. Okay. So which of the statements given above are incorrect? Incorrect. All right. Which of the statements given above are incorrect? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. So you have to choose the right answer, and the right answer to this question, like she was a Nirgun saint, this is itself a very wrong statement. She was a Sagun, right? She was a Sagun saint. What is the meaning of this Nirgun and Sagun? What is the meaning of Nirgun? Nirgun means the one who considers the devotion, or who follows, the one who is the devotee of formless God. Okay, formless God. right? He regards that God is a formless entity who is a supreme being. The Sagun is somebody who is a devotee of a form of God, right? Be it anybody, Lord Krishna, right? Lord Ram, okay, Lord Shiva, right? All, any of them, okay? And if we talk about, she is regarded as one of the 16 reverend saints in Sikhism. Now, this statement is a catchy statement. Like, this is actually a dicey statement. Who does not know about this, right, won't be able to answer this question. But this is correct. This is correct. She is regarded as one of the 16 reverend persons, 16 reverend saints in the Sikhism, right? So that is absolutely correct, because you will find her verses even in the Gurbani, even in the basically considers it is considered that the various Sikh texts also they have taken certain verses from Mirabai, from Sant Raidas, okay, even from the Kabir Das, his creations as well. So Sikhism and the related texts actually contain the sacred verses from the creations of several saints, and that is why it is regarded, right, Mirabai is regarded as one of the 16 most sacred and most reverend saints from the point of view of Sikhism. Okay, so that is a correct statement. That is a correct statement. Got it? 1 and 2 are incorrect. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. 1 and 2, that is incorrect. Got it, everyone? All right, so that is all in today's session, and I hope that all of you must have got something new to learn from this. So guys, now this is there is an announcement that from the Monday onwards, right, from Monday onwards, right, we will be bringing for you, right, from Monday onwards, we will be bringing for you the story of the unsung female, right, revolutionaries of India, right, revolutionaries of India. All right, so be ready to attend that, and on Monday we will meet again on the same time. What is the time? That is 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. and we will be discussing about some of the legendary, legendary warriors, legendary heroines of India's freedom struggle, who are not yet known to most of us. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for watching this lecture. Take care, bye-bye, and let us meet on the Monday. Till then, take care. And those who are appearing for examination tomorrow might be appearing. Those who might not be here, right? So all the best to all of them. Thank you so much, guys. Take care, bye-bye, and Jai Hind.